Last time on the 20-Sided Realms.
Is I'm going to grab my dagger and in a last-ditch effort, while I'm still lying on the ground, I'm going to try to throw it and hit his hand to make him let go of the necklace.
You actually strike the necklace. The shell crashes to the ground.
Whoa,
Right,
what's going
right
on
at your
here?
feet.
This is all weird. I feel like I've been in a haze. Who are you people? A purple haze. Literally. I don't often get to actually do any, apologizing, so I'm not gonna do that. But, I think that if I would have stuck with that little shell, I probably would have done some terrible things, and all the slugs would have been dead. So, you guys made that not happen, so good on ya. You have in the areas, please look me up again, and maybe we can take a road trip and to get one of these, what do they call them, bread bowls things?
Oh, you'd love them.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the 20-Sided Realms. Let's play Dungeons & Dragons. Okay, so you're back at the manor. As you open the doors, you luckily find that the cleaning that was done has maintained. Lith is behaving and seems to be quite happy with the results, as you can see that there are no more broken detritus or any more further damage. But that being said, you are reminded upon entering the tavern, which that's the main entrance into this facility. It still needs a lot of love and care and perhaps even some contract work to get it well enough to open its doors and start business.
How's the foundation? Like structurally, is it okay?
Yeah, like I said, from the outside, the building is well maintained. It really is like you don't get a lot of creaks and cranks as you walk around. All you would really need for the exterior is probably a fresh coat of paint on some of the
Perfect flipping opportunity.
It's got good bones.
Great bones. Actually, if you search the basement, you might find a lot of bones down there.
Here's the deal, guys. I don't think we should be selling this. The thing is, most adventurers will go their whole life to try to settle and retire to have some sort of tavern or business. But we have this now. Sure, we got a ghost problem, and we have some friendly mice that help us clean. But, I think we should hang on to this. This could be a hell of an investment. And, 4-way partnership sounds good to me. Come on.
I mean, I think the other gnomes would be quite impressed with me at this point. I've got a companion. I've got some real estate. Things are looking good, I think.
Yeah, super cool.
Nothing bad could happen.
Yeah, you don't have to go back to the forest. You could just stay here. And I don't have to go back to Neverwinter. I could just stay here too. That might be for the best, really.
What about you, Kavan?
Oh, with great friends, great food. This is a life.
The end.
Thank you for listening to the 20-Sided Realms. This has been such a wonderful time.
They all live happily ever after.
Wow.
Wizard.
That was really good.
Yep. Dust it off. Yep.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
So what's next, DM Travis?
We need, the thing is, guys, here's the deal. Not only do I have a sizable debt to my former employers, but also we're going to need to spend some money to get this place up and running. So I think we're going to have a little bit of work ahead of us one way or the other, or at least I'm going to have work ahead of me. And I haven't checked into my job at the Loaf and Kettle in 3 days. So I don't know if I have a job anymore.
There's going to be some really hungry people there, I bet.
Has it only been 3 days? Wow.
That's what I was told.
So much has happened.
About that, yeah, it feels like months. But I think maybe canonically only a few days have passed since we began this adventure. All right, everyone pulls out their pockets and piles their gold dragons and silver queeklums. I don't know what all the other denominations are called. So how much money is the party sitting on right now?
That is a great question, Travis.
Because it's certainly not my job to keep track of your individual finances.
Well, we all got 10 gold at the beginning, and then we got a house, and we stole a few things. And
I feel like we do not have much money.
I would say, like, unless when you rolled up your character, you had some leftover gold.
A forest gnome?
Forest gnome definitely not sitting on a lot.
Here, I'll tell you what Dolan has. Dolan has two shards and 8 dragons.
2 shards and 8 dragons. Shards are the denomination for the silver?
Yeah. I got no nibs, though.
No nibs.
No nibs.
Those are the copper
Cocoa
nibs?
nibs?
Yeah. I mean,
Thank you, Volo's Waterdeep and Kyridian.
I mean, I wouldn't mind some towels. I think it's pronounced towel. Nah, we don't have a lot of gold.
Yeah, I think I just have the 10 gold.
And then we bought all that. Oh, guys. If we need some money, we do have something purple.
You do have something purple.
Oh, we could go sell it. Yeah.
And Chaz, you do have that Orc Wizard's book. You've been flipping through it. It's quite literally a bunch of gobbledygook to you, but there could be some value in that on the open market.
Is it purple?
Any
though?
good pictures? Yeah.
Well,
2 questions.
Some cool drawings. Yeah, there's some cool drawings.
here's the thing. I could read it to Chaz because I speak Orc. You know what I mean?
Oh, well.
I'm just sitting on that info.
I do agree with that statement. But what I'm really insinuating here is the secretive nature of a wizard's notebook is that they write it in a code that is hard to decipher. Normally, it would take another wizard to be able to
figure it out.
Yeah, figure out, because you don't want other people getting your secrets.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So me reading any of it didn't help.
You knowing Orc might help a little bit because it's a good possibility that he used a lot of the basis of Orc in his writings. So you might recognize a few words. But one thing that you do notice when Chaz shares the book with you, the more that you try to read it, you start getting a terrible headache. Like one of the worst headaches you've ever had. Some of the words, like the way that they're written, literally hurt your brain to look at.
Wow. I can't read this anymore. It hurts too much.
So yes, I think you have some durable goods. Definitely that curse item certainly has some of the most interesting possible value.
What color is the cover of that magic tome?
Very important.
Unfortunately, it's just a brown leather.
Okay.
But, perhaps it could be changed.
Could we dye it purple? You can dye leather.
Honestly, if we just invest in like a bucket of paint and some dyes, we could just upsell everything that we loot over the course of this adventure.
That sounds like a brilliant idea.
Purple montage.
Of course, thinking about our funds, we did spend a fair bit of money upgrading our barbarian to look very fancy that one night. So
this is true. This is true. You dropped several dragons on making him look real chic. And I mean, Kavan still has the outfit. He's ready to sport it again.
Maybe we should sell it back. I mean, do we have much use for it anymore?
I mean, keep some of it. It looks good.
Come on. You don't know when we're going to need to go to a fancy dress party.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're hobnobbing with some of the elite of Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Floon, Volo. If we got to show up to a big event, I mean, that's one less outfit we got to buy.
Yeah, true.
It's very interesting. As you say this, you actually, behind the bar, the trap door opens.
Oh.
And who climbs out is a quite massive form of the Big Toe.
Oh, cool.
And he puts his hand down and gives a little boost to the little toe, and they come out of the basement. They brush themselves off and look around, and the little toe says, "Well, I have to say there, Shadow, this place... Oh, I'm sorry, Dolan. right? Yes, your name's Dolan now, of course. I have to say the place is quite nice. Did you know there's a secret entrance in the basement to this establishment?
Yeah, we knew it. That's why we did it.
Of course you did. Of course you did. Place is looking good. It definitely needs a little bit of love and care.
I hate this guy.
Do you
That's
say that
not-
out loud?
In the back of my head,
Okay.
I'm just thinking I hate
Dolan's
this guy.
inner monologue. But what do you say out loud to the little toe?
Can I help you?
I'm so glad you asked me that because that is exactly why I'm here. You most certainly can help me. I've got a little job for you, Dolan.
Well, we'll see about that.
Oh no, I think you will accept this one. You see here, there is a nobleman. His name is Osloff. Last name, terrible mouthful. Don't like it. Osloff. First name Steve Osloff.
Good old Steve Osloff, yeah.
Well, he is in possession of a little item that our mutual boss, and he pointedly looks at you, Dolan, mutual boss would like. And you, being the shadow, best second story man in the business, you, sir, are exactly the person to get it back. It's a golden locket, and he keeps it locked up in his dressing room, in his manor, and I would like you to retrieve it and just bring it back here, and we'll take it off your hands. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
All right, well, yeah, you can leave now. And I wave my hand at him like this.
Oh, you don't know? You don't want the address? You already know where Stephen Osloff lives.
Everybody knows where Stephen Osloff lives. You're new here. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, little toe and big toe. You guys are new here. I've made this my home for the past almost 15 years. Okay? So you're coming in here thinking you know what's happening. But guys, this is my neck of the woods. All right? I don't know why you guys are coming in here telling me who's what and where all the good stuff is. Okay? I don't know why our mutual boss just doesn't come talk to me, and he can set me up in sort of a consultation role. Okay? I mean, I know people, but whatever. I know where Stephen Osloff and Stephen Osloff lives. Okay?
Oshkosh.
Oshkosh, my gosh. So you guys can just see yourself out. Use the front door, please.
It would be our pleasure.
I think we should seal up the basement.
Yeah. So they leave.
Yeah, they'll leave through the front door.
So we got to find out where Stephen Osloff lives, guys. I don't know where he
So
lives.
you didn't know where he lives?
No, we'll have to talk to maybe Volo can tell us, or Floon, or one of the other nobles that we know. I don't know about any of this. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this. I gave up my life for crime years ago, and now I'm being pushed back into it. He didn't say when though, so I'm gonna kind of just string it along for now.
I feel a little nervous that they know and can get into our real estate, our investment, our tavern, our new home. I don't love that for me or my young impressionable slug.
Yeah, the big and little thumb gave us an interesting side quest here, but let's just completely ignore that and do something else today, huh?
Listen, I'm concerned. I'm concerned because if we go and, well, I mean, first off, who's going to climb to the second story? Not me anymore. I'm too old and fat for that.
Well, we could do a montage of getting you into your old leathers and get some climbing harnesses and get some spikes and
Yeah.
I might be decently good at climbing and sneaking around.
Maybe I need maybe we need a substitute. But here's the thing. If we go in there and we get caught, then you guys know that there's separate laws for nobles and there's separate laws for regular people.
All right, we'll get you in your leathers, and then we put on the purple noble clothes. How about that?
There we go. There we go.
Noble on noble crime is much less severe than peasant on noble crime.
That sounds fair.
It is.
I don't even know who this Steve Offsloth is.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's a jerk, and maybe, you know what? Maybe I won't feel so bad if we take from him, but I don't know.
My question is, why is this golden locket so valuable to the Thumbs? Like, is it just sentimental? Is it magic? Is it cursed?
Over the years, I stole things where I didn't know why I was stealing them, and sometimes I would steal things and I knew they were very valuable. And one time I stole a turkey leg, and there wasn't even meat on it anymore. It was just an empty bone. And like, whatever, I don't know. I don't know why this is so valuable or what it's for.
Dolan, why don't you give me an insight check?
Oh, I can do that.
So, you can't be sure, Dolan, but it's quite possible that this could just be a test to test your loyalty and make sure that you still have the skills they're looking for. Or it could actually be about the locket, or it could be both things.
That's what I got for a 23.
Yeah, I think that's a
Okay.
pretty good insight.
Okay.
You're like, oh, I remember everything about the locket. Is that what you wanted?
I saw into his soul.
Well, I mean, does anybody have issue with burgling a noble's house?
Oh no issue there. That's. I mean, hey, we can do that. We can do that.
I don't love it. But, you know, now that I'm a slug mom, I have to do what I have to do to make sure no one's coming back to hurt me or my little slug.
Well, speaking of the slug, you may be able to kill two birds with one stone. Penny, I remember you wanting to actually investigate this entrance into the tavern from the basement.
Mm-hmm.
And from what you've already learned, underground is the best place for a young slug to grow.
Mhm.
So we might be able to go down and investigate the basement and find a nice little place for, is there a name for your little slug yet?
I don't know. I mean, it's a banana slug. I think the slug will kind of let us know when it's just a slug pup now. You know?
Yeah, I get it. Sometimes when you get a new pet, you need to spend some time with it before
Get to know
you
its
discover
personality.
its name.
Yeah.
You know, I think the slug's name is Critical Role.
I don't think we could do that, Blake.
No? Okay.
No, let's call him Disney trademark. Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. You know what? I'm partial to going down there myself, because
Mhm.
if they're getting in there, I'd like to kind of
Seal
shore
it
it
up
up
or
and seal
something,
it,
yeah.
see what's happening.
Or at least set up like a trap, a snare or something, you know.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
maybe put a goblin down there, a goblin guard, like a secret agent who's kind of good at guarding things, good at guarding tunnels, wants to hang out with us.
Should we call Pippins? Send a carrier pigeon his way or something?
Yeah, but we'll call him Falcon though. Remember to call him Falcon. He likes that.
Thing is, though, Falcon wasn't the best gatekeeper because we got in there.
Oh, I think he's learned his lesson.
And also, how much is it going to cost, really?
Nothing.
Goblins? Nothing.
Yeah.
You could pay him in slugs.
No.
That's probably a conversation that's going to need to have. This is not a food slug.
This is a friend
Yeah.
slug.
There is a trap door right behind the bar, and a ladder leads down to I certainly wouldn't call this a finished basement. The floor is dirt, but the walls are, I guess it's some sort of, poured cement or stone. I'm not sure the building technologies of Waterdeep. I don't feel like making it up right now. There are several support beams that are scattered throughout. It seems to essentially be divided into two rooms. There is like a back room that could be used for storage, maybe be converted into a slug pen. But what you, Dolan, with your keen thieving eyes, you notice that there is a sewer grate down here. And you lift up the sewer grate and you find that there is a ladder descending into the sewer system. And you assume at this point that this might be the way the big toe and the little toe, the toes, got in.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I called them the thumbs. Whatever.
I thought you were just being cheeky.
Oh, I was so clever.
I don't know. Here's the problem. The thing is, if they're here in Waterdeep, there are other organizations who are in the same competitive spaces, the same competitive zones. And here's the, I didn't think
The guild.
I was going to say the guild. I didn't think the guild was ever going to leave Baldur's Gate. So this makes me very worried because you have the Zentarum,
Xanathar Guild.
the Eyeballmen. Like, I don't want to get mixed up in all this. And so it's making me very apprehensive. A part of me thinks we go to the Zentarum or Xanathar's guild and we tell them what we know about the guild coming in here, but that could be a whole mess. So I'm very worried about all this, but I do know this, that having a sewer entrance to get to our place of business is pretty handy. So maybe we need to come up with some gates or locks or something.
You can see that this gate is certainly designed to accept a padlock, but there is not a padlock on here. Dolan, you will also know that a padlock has a varying degree of ability of keeping people out, depending on how much money or magic you are willing to invest into it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Chaz if he has any little spells he could toss onto this entrance.
No, not really. No.
What did you even learn in school?
Burn things.
Oh.
He could quite possibly melt the whole thing and make it completely unable to come in and out.
We can kind of prop like this bucket above this door here so that they've opened the door, the bucket falls on them, and we can load the bucket with lamp oil. And then what we can do is no, we're not going to do this again.
Well, maybe there's something in that book. So maybe there's something in that wizard's book that maybe might be able to help you.
No.
I can't read it anymore. It hurts my head. I get headaches. You left. We had a conversation about it, and you went to go eat some food. It was very important to you.
I had to go to the restroom. What was in the book?
A wizard's book is a difficult thing to read.
Yeah.
Kavan speaks Orc, and he tried, and he could understand some of it, but it gave him great headaches. And Chaz is a sorcerer. His magic comes from deep within and his heritage. He can't make heads or tails of the book, but it does have a market value.
Yeah, we could talk to somebody.
We'll do some fundraising. We'll buy a nice lock. We'll get Pippin, and Pippin can give us some recommendations on like some other good goblin guards. We'll get like a whole little crew of them down there.
They can hang out with Sluggy.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be kind of like dog watching while they're also watching the gate. I'm not too worried. I think we just got to do some more fundraising here, right?
Okay.
For now, can Kavan just like put a big rock or something heavy in front of it?
I could, if that's what you want.
Yeah, I think that would help. Put something heavy in front of it.
Okay.
I mean, at the moment, to be fair, we don't have anything in this house. We could just go do until we actually put stuff in this house. We could just, leave whenever we want, come back, just kind of check the corners when we come back,
Now, there is a troll skull. We could put a troll skull, because this is Troll Skull Manor. How big is the troll skull? Is it enough to keep people out of the gate?
Listen, it's pretty big, but the nature of a skull is there is a big empty space inside of it, and bones. I personally don't think that it will it would certainly keep a goblin from being able to open up the grate, but certainly it wouldn't keep the big toe from being able to come in and out.
I think we should just maybe ask the ghost to watch it for us.
Oh.
He might help us out.
What about Pete the Unicorn? What do you think he's up to?
He's unreliable, I think. We can't really count on Pete.
So we have Pete the Unicorn, we have the Ghost, we have Falcon the Goblin. Any other ancillary characters that
possible giant rock?
Yeah, not a troll skull. We could move on. At least we found a spot we could put Sluggy in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's put Sluggy in there, and then Chaz is going to go get the trash can from when we were cleaning up the other day. It's got some, just a whole bunch of trash in there, and cleaning rags and all that stuff. Just sawdust, disaster. Like we really should have taken that trash out. But we're gonna grab the trash can, gonna prop it up kind of over the door to the basement, so that if anyone comes in, trash is gonna fall on them.
Definitely make a loud noise, yeah.
And that ghost is going to get angry if they tip over that trash can. So
all right.
I think that ought to hold him. Then we can go hire Pippin, and he'll be in charge of security.
We have several leads on getting some cash and a possible thieving quest. What does the party want to do first?
Well, I think probably the first thing we can do is go to the purple place. What is that place called?
Zoblobs.
Zoblobs.
Zolobs.
Zolobs. The weird gnome that doesn't wear a hat. Ugh.
But he loves purple things.
No, we can go.
He loves purple stuff. And here's the thing, I don't think he's really a gnome anymore. I think he's mostly been taken over by the ghost of the beholder.
He's mostly Zoblob at this point.
He's not really giving off gnome vibes.
No.
Well, let's head in that direction, and maybe on our way, the DM can let us know if we pass any paint stores on the way. Maybe pick up some purple paint. Maybe pick up some gold paint. Make some pendants.
Yeah. So as you gather your possessions, the wrapped, cursed purple pendant is tucked away in Kavan's satchel, I believe. Correct. You head outside, and the first thing that you do is familiarize yourself more with the street that you're on. It is known as Troll Skull Alley, an alley that is named for the very establishment that you now own. You hear the falling hammer and anvil sounds of a smithy shop that has a little swinging sign that says "The Steam and Steel."
Hey, neighbor, and I wave as we walk by.
Okay, you can't see you from the street.
I'm friendly.
Forge must be in the back.
I just assumed that they'd have an opening where you could. Every blacksmith I've been to, you could always see inside a shed.
You want to do a front-facing. Okay, do you know what? I apologize, Blake. Let's take that again.
Oh, we can argue with what buildings are like now?
Yeah, listen, I'm flexible.
It's a tavern. No, it's a castle, Travis.
You're right.
We own a castle now.
Listen, we're all creating this world together.
Collaborative storytelling.
A tan skin. He's muscular, but it looks like he enjoys himself a good meal as well. A definite dad bod. If ever I've seen one. Shirtless with a leather apron, he gruffly gives you a nod and says, nice to meet you. You hold up in Troll Skull Manor?
I think you should sound like Vin Diesel, I think.
Hey, nice to meet you.
I like this less.
All right, hold up.
That's
Sylvester
Stallone.
Yeah.
You knew the owners. You're the new owners of the Troll Skull Manor. Yeah.
Pay me now and I will steal you later.
Yeah, we're the four of us are
Wait,
the...
I'm sorry, we haven't figured out his voice yet.
Okay.
We're still workshopping that.
Okay, yeah. Who else you got?
Hello!
No, pass.
No. Let's go back. Okay, well, let's start with his name. His name's Embrick.
Embrick. Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Someone with the notes, take that down. It's important because I'm not writing
We'll
anything.
write it down. Okay. Stops his hammering and waves and says, "Heidi ho, neighbors! You hold up in the Troll Skull Manor?"
Yeah. We're the four of us are the new co-owners and proprietors of the Troll Skull Manor.
We're very proud.
Well, isn't that just scrum-diddly-umptious?
Well, we're looking to get that place back on its feet, so to speak, and
It's going to take a bit of doing to do that. You have your work set up for you. Well, if you need any help with smithing, I'm just right down here. I'll give you a neighbor discount.
Well, perfect.
Yeah, we could get some doors. Do you make like doors? Portcullises?
Maybe padlocks?
Padlocks?
Oh, yeah. I've been known to make a few locks and hinges, and I'm quite versatile. I'm good at what I do. Doodly do.
Well, neighbor, it was a pleasure to meet you. We got business to attend to.
Absolutely. Don't be a stranger. Name's
All right.
Embrick.
Embrick, my name's Dolan.
Pleasure to meet you.
By any chance, Embrick, I'm Penny, by the way. Pleasure
Oh,
to
hi,
meet you as
Penny.
well. Have you ever met a man by the name of Stephen Osloff?
Steve Osloff. The last name sounds a little bit familiar, but I'll tell you what, I do not really entrench myself in what in the circles and social networks and all that. I'm more of a steel person. I like my food and I like my metal, and I don't like to mix it up. You know.
Do you know anyone who might know a little bit? Well, like, do you know that person who knows everybody in town? Like, that kind of person?
He points down the way, and there is a shop that just has a eyeball, like the sign is like a feline eyeball, and it says above it in simple block letters, Tiger's Eye. He points down to that shop, and he says, "Well, you know what? Old Vincent down there, he's a detective.
Oh,
You could hire him to find just about anything. If there's anyone on this street who knows someone's name, it's going to be old Vincent."
is old Vincent related to old Zolob?
Oh, old Zolob. Oh, yeah, that's the purple shop, isn't it? Down by the docks.
Mm-hmm.
I've sold a few items to him. Whenever anyone in town finds something purple, they know where they could sell it.
Yeah.
Weird chap, that guy.
Yeah. I just thought maybe old Vincent and old Zolob, they might be related, or are they just both old?
No, I think old Zoloff. I don't know why they call him old Zoloff, because he's technically new Zoloff, right? Because he bought them. Listen, let's not get into it. No, we call him old Vincent because he's literally old. He's kind of an old guy.
Okay. Well, it's good. It's good. It's good to hear more about our neighbors. You know, I feel safe in this community. We have a hardworking smith. We got a detective.
You know, you should feel safe. This is actually a pretty great street. We don't have very many problems with ruffians and riffraffs. The city guard keeps this place nice and clean. I hope that it stays that way. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't bring trouble into the neighborhood.
I certainly hope not. That would be a shame.
All right. Well, what was his name? You remember his name?
Embrick.
All right. Well, Embrick, you know what? We'll let you get back to work. We're going to go about our day.
Well, you have a lovely time of it. See you soon, neighbor.
Well, see, I'm glad we stopped by and waved. You know, I'm glad in this world blacksmiths have like an open front to their store.
No, if you put it off too long, you'll never say hi to your neighbors. If you
Yeah, I think it's weird.
it gets weird, and so I'm glad you did that before we reached that threshold. Yeah.
Normally, just give them a wave as you're driving in and out, taking out the trash.
So I think it's really great to know that if we get stuck finding this Steven gentleman, that we could pay someone to find him for us. But seeing as we're kind of still broke, I don't know that we should immediately jump into that investing in a detective. What do you guys think?
No. We have other avenues if we really need to find out where he lives.
Yeah, but we don't have to pay the detective. We just have to ask the question, who is he?
Yeah.
Then we could just offer him meals at our place.
If only there was another way you could have discovered where this man lived. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We have a lot of avenues. You know.
Choices were made.
You know. Some people don't like other people. You know. And guys, really, we need to get.
Well, I was also thinking that the big toe's always following you, Shadow. And if he's following you, we could just stop and ask him. Because they like to keep an eye on you.
Very good point, Kavan. But let's not worry about that now. Let's take this purple cursed shell necklace to Zolob.
I don't even like having this necklace around us. It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Or we spray paint it gold and give it to the toes.
I like that idea too. I thought of it, but I just didn't want to say it.
It's just stupid enough to work.
Shoot.
Unless they know what the locket looks like, then we're kind of screwed in that situation.
We could have asked him that too.
Not a good. I mean, I love the idea, but it's a bad idea.
So you don't love the idea?
No, I think it's great, but I'm like,
Why don't you do it?
okay, let's do it. Let's get some fun. Yeah, let's get some gold paint. Let's paint it up. I'm sure, 2 seasoned criminals wouldn't know that this is not fake gold and just gold paint. And then once they give it to my former boss, who's been running a criminal organization out of Baldur's Gate for over 30 years, he won't know that it's just a bunch of paint.
Well, maybe you actually get it gold.
Gilded? Oh.
Yeah, could melt one of our coins down. We know it's Smithy.
It's true. It's true.
We just met him.
Well, shoot.
And maybe your old boss will put it on and he'll start acting weird. And then his henchmen will have to kill him.
But what if he uses those evil powers and to his advantage and
What's he gonna do? More pumpkins? We already beat those guys. It wasn't that hard.
You're right, it wasn't that hard. I almost died.
Yeah, we've been in worse situations, maybe.
Well, let's see how much Zolob could give us for this.
So we're not doing the plan?
I don't know. Okay, all right.
Here's what we can do.
Let's turn around. Turn
All right.
around. Let's go see. Let's
do
see
it.
Imbric. See if Imbric can do what we needed to do. What we needed to do.
Let's get a quote. How much it would
Yeah, let's
cost
get
to
a quote.
gild
Let's
this
see
necklace.
Zoblob. Let's see Zoblob.
No, let's. I spin on my heels and we march back to the smith and tell him what's up.
I love that Embrick has probably just seen us just standing in the alley arguing.
Well, welcome back, neighbors. Didn't think I'd see you again so soon. Is there something I could do for you?
Yes, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a back seat on this one. Someone else can talk.
Well, that's a weird way to start a conversation, but he looks over to the other three of you.
You very aggressively proclaim that you were not driving the conversation.
I guess I need to talk to one of you three.
Yep, you do.
Oh, okay then.
How hot does that fire get you have there? Does that forge get pretty hot?
Wow, it could get quite spicy in there for sure.
Oh man, it's like white hot in there. That's cool. So you can melt. What can you melt? Can you melt
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I do a little bit of weaponsmithing. It's more of a passion project. It's not where I make my money. But I've definitely gilded plenty of items. So actually, gold does not have as high of a melt point as steel. Now, I don't know if that's actually true, but I'm gonna stick
I think
with
you're
it.
right. I think gold's a softer metal.
It's a
Cool.
soft metal. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Kavan.
Chaz is just gonna stand by the forge and kind of warm his hands by it. I'm gonna take a back seat on this one. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Can you plate something? Gold plate something real small?
Oh yeah, that's what we call gilding.
Oh.
In my business, it's where the colloquialism "gilding the lily" came from.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it's like you take a flower that's not really worth anything, and then you dip it in gold to try to make it worth something. And I don't 100% know what it means either. That's okay.
Yeah, but okay, so I got this necklace. Check it out. Could you put gold on it?
Oh yes, absolutely. May I see it?
Yeah, just don't put it on.
Don't put it on.
You put your gloves on. Use gloves
Yeah, maybe use gloves
and tongs.
Okay. Well, very well.
for your safety.
He's wearing gloves already, so he picks it up. Now, would you just want the shell here gilded? Because this chain is actually quite nice. I wouldn't gilding chains is a little bit more difficult. I'd have to actually replace the chains really, because if you dip a chain into the metal, it's gonna solidify in a specific shape. Listen, I'm getting a little bit too detailed into shop work. You just want the shell gilded, the pendant part, correct?
I'm not sure, actually. We know somebody, we couldn't get a description, we couldn't get any
an
information.
address.
It was very, the conversation was really short.
Okay, so whoever you're gilding this for, they didn't give you a lot of details. Well, do you know what?
Correct.
Why don't you just accept my professional opinion? We're going to gild the pendant and keep this lovely. Oh my! This looks like this is made of platinum chain, as is.
Oh. Wow. Yeah.
Now I see here it's already been damaged. He points out that the chain has been broken. I can certainly repair that for you as well.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Just don't put it on.
Okay, so I guess the question comes down to payment. Do you have gold that you'll be provided for me to use, or will I be using my own gold? And how many carats are you looking at? Do you want this just to look nice, or do you want it to actually be nice?
I'm not quite sure on that one.
How much does each option cost? If we just want it to look nice versus if we want it to be nice, because we're not really sure, because again, we didn't get to ask these people that many questions, what quality they're looking for.
I do have a question.
Backseat, you got a backseat on this one.
Oh, Dolan, are you going to come out of the back seat?
We're
and,
taking over. You had a chance.
I've always wanted to know this. What's a carat? How do you get 24 carats or 1 carat? Like, how do they calculate carats? You being a man of metal, maybe you could help me out with that. Because 24 carats seems like a lot of carats.
So a gold carat is 1/24th part of 4.167% of the whole, and the purity of a gold ally is expressed as the number of these parts of gold it contains. Thus, an object that contains 16 part gold and 8 parts alloying metal is 16 karat gold. Pure gold is 24 karat gold.
Oh.
Exactly. You didn't know that?
Yeah, obviously.
Everybody knows that.
I didn't. I didn't know.
You could have asked me. I would have told you.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna go back to the back seat now.
Please do.
I could go with about a 10 karat gold. It is actually slightly more durable and even less expensive than like a 14 or 16 karat gold. And it gives the same appearance of something being very nice. But I mean, quite frankly, I could do that whole setup for you for 8 dragons. Those are 8 gold coins. In,
Yeah, we're familiar.
It would be pretty funny. I'm willing to spend. I think this is funny.
If
so
we
yeah,
split
let's do
it, yeah, it's not
2
so
each.
bad.
I mean, we're gonna get our business up and running, and my friend who's in the back of the conversation, he's a really good cook, and I mean, what if we threw in like you could come have lunch on your breaks,
like lunch for free?
Yeah,
You're saying that you're willing to offer me free lunch?
yeah. If we're there and we'll cook, you could come by. Free lunches. You're our neighbor.
Well, neighbor, that's quite a neighborly thing for you to offer me. And all right, you know what? I'll do it for you for 4 gold pieces.
Oh, wow.
Chaz pulls out 1 gold piece.
I pull one out.
I do too.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm in the back seat. Of course I pull.
This is your shenanigans we're in.
No, this is not my shenanigans.
Oh, for sure it's your shenanigans.
Because we need 4, so Dolan should probably pay 2.
Yeah, actually, Dolan should just pay it all.
Embrick takes the coin, he takes the pendant, he very expertly pries apart the platinum chain. So now it's just this purple shell that has 2 little loops for the chain to attach to. And he has picked this up with tongs, and he has this big pot that he's put a little small block of gold that has a 10 carved into it. And he places it in this pot with large tongs. He gently kind of pushes it deep into his fire, and you see that it's heating up and it starts bubbling and becoming more liquid. And as he pours it out, he then quickly, with another pair of tongs, dips the shell into it. And as he does this, there is a puff of purple smoke that comes out, and he says, "Oh boy, did not expect that." And as he pulls it out, the gold hardens, but there is almost a beautiful purpley marbling effect that happens. There are still hints of purple in this gold. The final product, after he quenches it, is quite alluring and beautiful. He expertly attaches the platinum chain and repairs the one broken link and offers it back to the party. Well, I might say that turned out far better than I expected. It looks like you 4 forgot to admit that this item has some sort of incantation upon it. But looks like none of us lost any eyeballs, so everything's fine.
Is that what happens?
I've seen it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You dip something magical into gold, not knowing what you're doing, you lose your eyeballs.
I'm glad you're a professional.
I'm in the back seat. I can't help.
The thing is, it still kind of has a purple effect, and maybe if things go south, we could still sell it to the guy who loves purple.
Mhm.
It's all
Yep.
I love. We'll love
It's good
it.
to have a backup plan.
Actually, yeah. Chaz, go ahead. Can you see if some of that magic essence is still part of the shell?
I mean, it looks pretty sparkly, right? Look at that.
Good work.
Are you seeing that?
Use something you learned in school. Grab it and study it for a little bit, and then maybe you'll get some sort of residual feedback.
I think we're learning that Chaz didn't really learn that much in school.
I learned some things. It's actually pretty confusing about what I did and did not learn in school.
It's almost like it's all up to a dice roll. Jazz, why don't you make an Arcana check, and let's see if you paid attention.
I was going to make a deception check, but okay, I'll do Arcana.
Jazz, I like that idea so much better. Why don't you make a deception?
All right, I'm picking up a rag, and then I'm using the rag to take the chain, and then I'm holding it right in front of my face, and letting it dangle in the sunlight, and oh yeah, well, look at that. Okay, changing the angle. I got a natural 20 on my Arcana check.
Yeah, that's with a total of 24. You really sell this Arcana check with air quotes up in the, and everyone is very convinced with your acumen.
Yeah, what did you find out? You look like you really knew what you were doing there.
Yeah, this item has retained all of its magical qualities.
What qualities are those?
Oh, it kind of corrupts the mind. It's it's a mind corruptor. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's an industry term in the magical community, a mind corruptor.
In what different ways does the mind get corrupted? How does that manifest magically?
You start to think about Old Hallows Eve a lot, and you just get really into like pumpkins and ghosts and stuff.
You become a spooky girl?
Yeah, you become a spooky girl. Yeah.
Are you talking about heirloom pumpkins, or maybe these pumpkins that are like these genetic freaks?
You know what kind of pumpkins. You've seen the pumpkins. One of these pumpkins almost murdered you like 2 days ago. Yeah, 1 day ago. I don't know.
Was there any other qualities that maybe was missing that maybe we didn't see when we were fighting?
It also it makes it look like whatever you think it's going to look like. See, I see a seashell when I look at this, but I'm not sure if that's what everybody else sees, because it kind of gets into your mind and it makes you think that it looks like what you expect it to look like, and it looks cool. Yeah.
Mind corruption.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure this is the thumbs are just gonna look at this and they might not even see a seashell. They're gonna see
the locket.
They're gonna see a golden pendant, that's for sure.
That actually sounds like that might work out well for us.
Yeah, they're gonna be so impressed because we already got it so fast.
Because we knew where Stephen Osloff lived.
Yeah.
To be fair, we might want to
Wait a
wait a little while.
I say
Maybe
we find
go
him right now.
Yeah.
We just give it to him.
Just get it over with.
And we'll say, too easy.
Okay.
And at worst case, it's a little bit purpley, but I think Zoblob is going to see this, and it's going to be full-blown violet if old Zolob sees it. So, worst case, we can just sell it to him like we were going to do anyway. Hopefully get more than 4 gold dragons for it, but and unlimited lunches.
Maybe we should just go to old Zolob's just to get an idea how much it costs anyways.
Nope.
Since we're killing time, I guess.
No. Imbrick, thank you very much. You did great work.
Oh, yeah. Just disregard everything we said, Embrick.
Yeah.
Oh, I always do. I don't like to eavesdrop.
You're the best. Money well spent and lunch is well spent.
Yeah, looking forward to that kitchen being up and running. You let me know when it is.
Okay, so
we'll get you a bread bowl. You'll love it.
Yeah. So let's I'll grab the locket and then let's go to the street and I'll hold it up in the air and I'll say, hey guys. And then I'll just wait for them to show up.
Is that gonna work?
All right, I'm gonna whisper to Penny. Hey, shh, don't tell Dolan, but I have no idea what this pendant is or what it does.
What?
But no, shh. This is gonna be really funny. Just let him keep on going. He thinks that this has a small chance of working, but this has no
They're gonna
chance of
kill
working.
him.
No, they haven't yet. 15 years later, they still haven't. They're gonna be happy.
Kill us.
Worst case, they make us go to Steve's house and actually get the pendant, right?
I don't know that that's actually the worst. The worst case could be way worse than that.
No, shh. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be really funny. You just gotta trust me on this stuff. Pranks always work out. Always. Shh.
Oh.
Shh.
Okay. I still have my slug with me, right?
Yeah, I assume that
I think
you're.
it wasn't safe to leave it down there yet.
We fashion a little backpack for. Well, I mean,
A Bjorn.
yeah, it's more like a slug Bjorn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the big toe, little toe show. I know they're always watching me, so.
I think that you doth assume too much. There has to be a way that you would normally send messages when a job's complete or something. Like, how does Dolan? Because they didn't give you any instructions, so they expected you to already know how to contact them.
Or do they have like a bar that they hang out at where we can go find some of them or their henchmen?
Apparently our bar, our sewer, jerks.
We go scream down into the drainage pipes in our tavern.
It's been a while, but I remember. So I'm going to
Maybe a mark that you just leave on the door.
Oh,
of
yeah.
the tavern.
No, this is what I'm going to do. I need a feather. So, I'm sure in the alley there's a pigeon feather someplace, right? Maybe one of the neighborhood cats killed a bird, and now there's a feather on the ground.
Absolutely. It is not too difficult for you to find a feather.
All right, I'm going to take the feather, and then I'm going to walk up to our door, the door to Troll Skull Manor, and in one of the cracks in the rocks, I'm going to stick the feather in there. So now you'll see a little feather kind of waving gently by the door. And now we wait. Eventually they'll come and see us, I suppose. Well, really, somehow we managed to turn in a possible large profit we were able to spend money on it and turn it into an item that we're not even going to sell anymore. We're just going to give it away to a bunch of thieves. So we managed to actually destroy any money that we were going to have. So, yeah, we need to find more ways to make money.
We don't know if we're going to get paid or not because we never found out that information because you kicked him out before he could get any information. So there's a chance that we'll get paid for it.
Listen.
Maybe not full price.
Not these guys. Okay?
You don't know. You don't know.
Not these guys.
Kavan is still so salty.
You don't know them, Kavan, the way I do.
Well.
Okay?
And you didn't give me a chance to get to know him either.
You don't need to know him. No, I'm good. I want to see what happens.
Well, I'm getting a little bit hungry over here, and Dolan owes Embrick some soup. So, I mean, maybe you could get going on some soup. We can, have some soup.
Just not feeling the cooking today, guys.
You're just taking a backseat to cooking.
Wow, dude. So lazy. I'm so lazy, dude. You can't even cook in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got to go shopping. What are we going to need? We're going to need some carrots, maybe 24 carrots.
I still think we don't have a ton of money, and I kind of feel like maybe we should go try to sell something so we're not going to totally run out of money.
Let's go back to Embrick and say, hey, we have this magical book. Who can we sell this magical book to?
Okay, I thought you were going to try to sell it to him.
3 times in one day. Yeah, this is well, it's really my pleasure. Yeah, if you have some sort of book, especially if it's magical, you want to sell it. You want to go down the street. Another neighbor of yours, being all truthful, is you see down there the sign that it's got a funny little. It's like a worm, and he's wearing eyeglasses.
Yeah.
You see that one?
I love that.
It's the bookworm's treasure, but they spell it worm like a dragon. He's a very funny guy. You'll love him. But yeah, he deals in all things the arcane and magical.
Okay, let's try to sell this book. I mean, I don't want Kavan to have any more headaches from trying to read it.
Yeah, no, you can't have that. Because he might get another good idea. So yeah, we want to go to the bookworm. Mm-hmm. We can sell it. I mean, we can sell this book. Obviously, it's not going to be. We can't use the book. Make a little bit of money on it, huh? Then I can buy some soup fixins.
Yeah, if you feel up to cooking, Dolan.
Look, we go see about this book, then we go back to Embrick, see if he knows where there's like a good local market around here.
Yeah.
And
Local grocer, co-op.
All right, well, let's go see about this book.
All right, you going to the bookworm?
Going to the bookworm.
You go down the street. You find the shop easily enough. It does have quite a whimsical little sign of a worm with eyeglasses. So silly.
That's so silly.
You open up the door and step in, and immediately a burst of multicolored light explodes. And there is a loud sound of like whistles and noisemakers, very festive. And someone steps out from behind the counter. He is dressed all in gold. He's wearing gold robes and has a large gold wizard's hat with a massive brim. And he's smoking a pipe. And he says, "Welcome! Welcome to the bookworm!" And then fireworks shoot out of his sleeves and explode and immediately disappear.
I start clapping.
Awesome.
Thank you. Hadn't seen you before, and I like to give you the whole show right off the bat.
Wow.
That was everything? Wow.
Oh, was it? And Kavan, you feel a little tap on your shoulder. You turn around.
I look around. Yeah.
You turn around, and there's a little floating dragon. And he gives you a kiss. And when he gives you a kiss, he turns into gold smoke. And it actually, when you turn around, your whole face is painted gold now.
I don't know that though, right? Do I not see
No.
it?
You don't know that, but everyone else sees it.
That was great.
You look great now.
Beautiful.
A few seconds later, the gold paint just disappears.
Mm.
Name's
sweet.
Oh,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I didn't
No,
mean to cut you off there.
You first.
Name's Rashal. Welcome to the Bookworm. I deal in all things arcane and magical, but mainly books.
Oh,
Oh.
Chaz's mage hand is going to reach into his pack and pull out the orc's tome there.
Oh.
And so mage hand's going to fly on over to Rashal with this book and he's kind of put it down on the counter and start. Mage hand's just going to start flipping through it. I'll say, hey, we've got something that needs an appraisal. We got this from a extremely talented wizard, mage, orc. We got this from an extremely talented magic user.
Wizard mage orc. Ooh,
Yeah.
Very fair.
I didn't catch his name, sadly now deceased, but I think there's a lot of good secrets in here.
Yes, the arcanes are very. The arcane is a very dangerous profession. Well, let's have a look here. He rummages around in his golden robes, produces a little wand. He taps it, few sparks, and some pages are flipping. And he says, "Oh, well, I believe that perhaps my young wizard there, that you may have oversold the powers of this wizard, but that does not mean that this book is not without some value." He's flipping through some pages, picks it up. Oh, well, this is actually kind of interesting.
What? What's interesting?
Well, he has a very interesting take on burning hands. I've never seen it quite achieved like this. Huh. Okay, so you have piqued my interest. I would gladly give you 100 gold dragons for this tome of knowledge. My final offer.
What's so special about his version of burning hands?
Well, you see, normally one achieves it by finding the inner sanctum of your own personal heat block that lies within the heart of your brain. And this young mage, he actually delved into his ancestral anger and produced it into its own queeclom of flashback. The rest of his words almost seem to come out of you as static, as your mind glazes over and his ramblings become far too boring for you to pay attention.
That's cool, I guess.
I say we take it. Yeah, I mean, it's sad to part with this book, but I think you'll be able to put it to better use than we will. So, yeah. So I think we can take it.
Then the cell is complete. Bam! And the book explodes in a puff of gold smoke, and there is a small little bag of gold coins in its place. And a mage hand picks it up and plops it right into your hands, Chaz.
All right, good doing business with you. We'll come back if we get anything else, huh?
Well, yes.
Are there like items with price tags all over the place, or?
There are actually just a lot of books on the shelf here.
Oh, are there price tags on them?
But no price tags on anything.
Stuff in here seems to be pretty expensive, so...
You do see, I mean, there's this golden curtain behind, and judging from the building, there's probably much more going on behind that golden curtain. It's a rather small, 10 feet wide, maybe 15 feet deep shop that you're in with lots of books and scrolls.
Do you want to show them the necklace?
No.
No. Come on.
Okay.
No.
All right. Hey, man. I mean, it'd be nice to know how much it's worth. So when
But he's not going to know he sells books.
Rashal leans over, and he's made his ear comically giant. And he's all like, "What's that about a necklace I hear?"
All right, well, I'll pull it out. Like this thing right here.
we're not going to sell it.
Chaz is going to speak into the mind of Rashal and be like, just just be cool. I told these guys that I know what I'm talking about. Just like be vague and cool. And I told them it's a mind corruptor. If you could just use those words anywhere in your description, I'd be thankful to you and give you better deals in the future.
I believe that the spell allows him to reply back to your mind where only you can hear. And he replies with and simply says, "Wink, wink."
My man.
All
my man.
mages are charlatans, let me tell you.
Let me see here. He starts like making an incantation, and all the lights in the shop dim, and it becomes very dark. And he starts, and a little swirl of gold and black smoke starts to appear right below the necklace. And then all of a sudden, there's a blinding burst of light. It leaves sunspots in everyone's eyes, and then the lights up, and then Rishal will say, "Oh, you have here is a mind corruptor."
Knew it.
Wow.
I'd do it.
Very dangerous. I definitely wouldn't touch it if I was you. You know, the shell part. Wouldn't wear it for sure.
Chaz was right.
I mean, okay, well, how much is it worth?
Oh, to me, worthless.
What?
The item's obviously cursed. You would have to probably take it to a priest first to get it sanctified, or some nonsense like that. I don't delve into that sort of thing. But I would be very careful with it. Granted, you might find some, more nefarious people that might pay a pretty penny for it. But me, I wouldn't touch it.
I mean, we knew it was worth something, and something's always...
I never lie. I'm all above the board here. And he gives you a little wink, Chaz.
Okay, but seriously, it corrupts minds, right? Like that's what we're talking about, right?
Is this still in his mind?
This is in mind. Like, but seriously, like it does kind of mess with the mind, right? Like I wasn't entirely wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't actually try to figure out what it was. I was just playing along.
Oh, okay, cool.
That was all flim-flam that I did.
Nice.
I like how they're looking at each other for moments of silence.
We're all just staring at them.
It must be a wizard thing. They're finding out each other's power using their eyeballs.
I'm gonna put my mage hand up for a high five.
He high fives you with his mage hand.
Nice, and then I go in for like a shake.
Yep.
And then like a bump, and then
a little bump.
Yeah,
Is that like a wizard
down
handshake?
low. Yeah, we're doing the wizard handshake.
And then he does too slow. You pull out the one on the bottom.
And then we end with little twiggly fingers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I think we're good here, guys. Maybe we go make some soup or something. Or...
Yeah. Maybe let's go stop by Imbrick.
Yep.
Maybe he knows the local grocery area.
Yeah, see if he knows where to get some good slug meat and like some carrots, actual carrots, and need some like crusty bread for those bowls, right?
I can make a bread bowl.
Well, the benefit of Troll Skull Alley is you are not too far from the famous market, where it's a huge street where there are always a fair going on with stalls of the local fare, and you could find anything and everything a chap can load can be found in the market of Waterdavian home.
Nice rhyme. So yeah, we'll go over there.
You get what you need.
You don't get what you want, though.
Yeah, you don't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find.
Copyright strike.
You got a nice stew on the pot. You got some bread in the oven. The kitchen, although still needs a lot of work, it is certainly functional at this point.
Yeah.
As this is brewing and stewing, the sun has gone down, and you receive a very cordial knock on the door.
I'm busy cooking, guys. I'm in the kitchen. Me and the mouse family, we're all doing things together. We're cooking.
The doors actually open on them on their own, and you see just the little toe standing in the doorway, and he asks quite nicely, "Whoa, hello," just kind of like peeking into the room. "Might I come in, please?" He doesn't wait for a reply, and he walks in. He finds a chair and plops himself down at the bar.
Yeah, just makes himself at home on our property.
You're in the back cooking. You don't see that.
No, I'm just saying, just a real jerk.
Hi.
Oh, hello. It was Kavan, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's me.
How you been?
I can't complain.
Well, I love that. I hate a complainer. Nobody likes complaints. We like everything to be smooth.
Tell me about Shadow. And I pull up a chair.
Shadow. He was quite the rapscallion in his day. There wasn't anything that you couldn't get him to do. Wow. He was a real go-getter. He was going places. A little bit too ambitious for his own good, I must say. I'm sad the way things ended, but, I have hopes. I have high hopes that the end of his story is going to be a great one. How about yourself? What makes Kavan tick? What's going on up in that little noggin of yours?
I just like hanging out with my friends.
Don't we all? Are these people you're here with? These are your friends? You trust them? They're good people?
They're the best. Better than the best.
I'm glad to hear it. So, Kavan, Dolan left us Dolan, I'm sorry, I got to get used to that. Dolan left us a little message outside saying the job was complete. Did you have any problems with the job?
It was easy.
I'm glad to hear it. Do you have the item that was necessary to achieve, to acquire?
Yeah, I think Dolan's got it. I'll go get him.
Excellent.
And I turn back. I go, Shadow.
Before this happens, I come whistling out the door, and I'm like, bread bowls, and then I see a little finger, and I'm like, ugh. And then I walk over slowly and put the bread bowls down for everybody. As soon as I see the little toe, my mood drastically changes.
Oh, Dolan. It's so nice to see you. I am always happy when I
Stop
see
talking. You're
right.
done talking.
Very good then, very good. I guess I will just sit here in complete silence, not say a word.
Yeah.
Mum's the word.
Yeah.
No more speaking. I'm done.
I pull out, I put the bread bowl down, but Kavan have the biggest one, of course. I assume Penny and Chaz are here as well. The smallest one goes to Penny, and the medium one goes to Chaz.
Thank you.
So I pull out the chain. I say, this is it. Now, little did you know that when I got here 15 years ago, I knew all the places to go, right? I started to work. And years ago, I knew that something valuable was at Steve's Manor. So I knew where I needed to go. But you know what? I didn't want to have that in my life anymore. But you guys coming back, churning me into a criminal again, I was able to take care of this, no problem.
Very good. I'm glad to hear it. As you, of course, guessed, this was just a test.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that the Oslov have quite a heavy guard on their property.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm impressed you were able to get in and out with no problems. The fact that you're all standing here and not in a jail cell right now means that you still got what it takes.
Well, you know what? Teamwork makes the dream work, okay? It's just not just me anymore. I got 3 other talented individuals that help me do what I got to do. And I hated doing every bit of it.
Well, your feelings are not as important as your results. And your results are sitting right there. As your payment, you get to keep the locker.
What?
Okay, good.
But don't you worry, we're going to have more for you to do in the near future, for sure. The guild has big plans.
What kind of plans? There's Xanathar, not Xanathar. Xanathar's gang is here. The Zeruthra is here.
The Zentarum.
What do you think you're doing? This is not a good move for the guild.
Oh, no. We're here to get a piece of the pie. Trust me of that. This is going to be the best move for the guild. Baldur's Gate is old news. But don't you worry about that. I'll let you get on to your meal, and I'll be off. You'll be hearing from me soon, Shadow. And he gives you a nice little pat on your cheek.
Did you have something to say, Penny? You look real disturbed.
I just wish you could retire and we could just focus on our happy little life of making bread bowls and raising our slug. This is all too much.
I know. But you know what? You make your bed and you lie in it, right? Is that the phrase?
Yeah, but the rest of us didn't make our beds at all. They're still disheveled and yeah.
You know, that's the thing when you live as long as me, although we're probably the same age.
I'm much older than you, actually.
Yeah. The piper, you got to pay the piper. Insert other cliche about comeuppance, all that other stuff.
Wow. What a motivational speech that was.
Yeah.
As the Dolan's inspiring speech rings out in the air, the little toe, as politely as he entered, he exits, and the party is left to contemplate what place they have cut out for themselves here in the magical city of Waterdeep. What lies ahead? Who knows? And I guess we'll find out what happens next time on the 20-Sided Realms.
Wizard feed food badly.
Intro music composed by Symphonikev, and again the soundscapes created by Sirenscape.com. Thank you so much for listening to the 20-Sided Realms. If you liked what you heard, please share it with others. Until next time.
Such a stupid episode.